On today's show, see how a group of students are making our community a safer place.
And we bring you a story of a local storm chaser.
Welcome to this week's edition of Jaguar News. I'm Merce and R'Bryon.
And I'm R'Bryon Anderson. I bring you a story on how the South Mountain Works Coalition is changing the community.
Well, the South Mountain Works Coalition, they began as kind of filling a need for the community to take ownership in making the community better. I have been with the South Mountain Works Coalition for about 3 years. After I graduated from ASU, I started working with Southwest Behavioral Health, who is the parent organization for the South Mountain Works Coalition. So our main objective is to reduce substance use among youth. Our main focus is on youth, and that revolves anywhere from the ages of 12 to 17, but there's a lot of give and take on those ages. I think that we've come a long way. There's a lot of coalitions in the state of Arizona, and the South Mountain Works Coalition is a unique coalition because we've made such a great partnerships with the Roosevelt School District, with South Mountain High School, and some of the other charter schools in the community where a lot of coalitions don't get that opportunity. There's the youth component where, if any young people want to be involved, they can usually go to their school. We're in 4 or 5 different schools in the Roosevelt School District. We do a bi-weekly youth subcommittee, which is a portion of our coalition where young people can come if we're not in their school to be a part of what's going on. For adults, if they're 18 or above, they can come to the coalition meetings. We meet every 3rd Wednesday at the Roosevelt School District office.
It's nice to see how this organization is changing the community little by little.
Yeah, South Mountain is finally making a change. I bring you a story on the local storm chaser, Michael Binsky. On the side of watching Snow Patrol, taking good long naps, watching good TV with his wife, and tickling his daughter, Michael Binsky seems like a normal guy, but in all reality, he chases storms.
Something that sparked my interest in storm chasing was, I've lived in Arizona my whole life, so I'm a native, and I think if you grew up here, you just kind of love the thunderstorms we would get in the summers, and I remember them being better back in the day. But I remember, watching lightning on the patio with my dad, or with my brother up at night. We'd look out the window and we're supposed to be sleeping and watching, huge lightning storms, and it was just awesome. And so I've always loved the weather. I think if you're from here, it's kind of like our summer relief. I was just really fascinated with lightning photography. I would stare at it all the time and watch what other people were doing, and I was like, I want to do that. And so it just kind of all started as one thing where I wanted to start taking pictures of lightning. So I would go out just half a mile from my house and try to shoot across the street. And then I was watching storm chasers and go, wow, I can actually drive somewhere and have a better chance instead of waiting for it to come to me. And so it just kind of built from that. And that was probably 2008 or 2009 that I kind of started doing that.
Mike explains what he does with his videos and how they are used.
I do a lot of time-lapse photography now, so a lot of that is kind of stock footage that people want to use for different things. So it's been in commercials, documentaries. The biggest was I did a supercell time-lapse in 2013, and it was used in Thor: A Dark World. I didn't know how they were going to use it. They licensed it and paid me for it, and I didn't get to see what they did until the movie came out. And so we went to the theater with a bunch of my friends, and it was the top half of the screen was my time lapse as they composited into this planet.
Storm chasing is an adrenaline rush for an unconventional career, which also leads to safety concerns.
I've been in a couple situations where driving down a road in Texas, and these big supercells out there, they don't, we live out here, we get the big dust storms that blow dust. Well, out there, the dust storm or the storms are almost like big vacuums that pull air into them. So we're driving alongside one and we have no cell coverage, which is bad, but we know it's going to be kind of crossing the road in front of us down a ways. But it starts pulling all this dust into it, and it was like a drought going on. And so at one point we had just zero visibility, like we could barely see to like the hood of our car, maybe could make out the power lines. And we didn't know where the storm was and where to go, and so we got a little nervous. We just wanted to get out of the dust, and it was like worse than any dust storm I've been in here, which is pretty bad because we get some good ones.
If you want to see Mike's work, visit his website at mikeobinsky.com. Reporting for PBS Student Reporting Labs and Jaguar News, I'm Merce and R'Bryon. Hearing his storm chasing adventures was very interesting.
It's a risky job, but it also looks fun.
Congratulations to Sarah Cowherd for getting into the 2016 Summer Journalism Institute, sponsored by Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communications at ASU. Good luck.
After the break, we bring you a story about Breakaway.
And a story on the STEP team.
I don't know if we should do this.
Come on.
I really don't want to. It's kind of like.
Let's just try. One time.
Right?
One time.
One time
do
is
it.
not gonna give you lung cancer. Come on, just one time. One time
Come on.
is not gonna
Guys,
hurt
I
you.
You can do it. You can do it.
holding on.
Come on, don't be a baby.
I think you should.
No,
Come
it's
on.
on. No, go. Come on, one time. Just one time.
Good job, Christian.
Thank you.
I don't know what happened.
Are you going to English?
No, I've got better things to do.
Better things than to graduate?
Whatever.
Such a nice degree.
So nice.
Hey, young lady, you guys smoking? Hey, come back here, young lady. Stop! Stop! Stop!
No, this isn't right, you guys.
Really?
Here.
Give me that.
Our STEP team recently won 3rd place in nationals. Hear about their motivation and feelings about the competition.
It was a great experience that we actually got to place in nationals considering what we were up against.
Nationals this year was really good. There was some really outstanding teams from all around the world. We took 3rd place, but we're really excited about that.
Since there's a lot of new people on the team and it was a new environment for them, it's kind of hard, but also we had fun and we had a good experience and it was fun and cool, so it was a good experience.
Nationals this year was a success for us, honestly. We might have not placed what we wanted, but our achievements as a team, they were great.
For nationals, I feel like we did great. I watched the video over and over again, and I feel like we did amazing. We did an amazing job, and I feel like my team did great. And 3rd place isn't bad, but I feel like we could have gotten, 1st or 2nd.
It was good to actually place and not go home empty-handed like the rest of the teams.
What makes STEP different from any other organization is that we're a family, we have each other's back and everything like that. We're not just a regular club that just, once you're done, once the session is over, you just leave. We're with each other all day, we talk, all that kind of stuff.
As the team, we don't really consider ourselves a team. We basically call ourselves brothers and sisters. I feel like our motivation is just, trying our best to do great in our performances. That has to be our main motivation.
For next year, what we need to improve is we need to work on originality, how fast we learn our steps, and our speed throughout our steps, because we really need to slow them down.
I'm gonna miss just the connection I had with the younger classmen and my juniors. I'm really gonna miss them. They're like a second family to me. But it's not gonna be that much of a miss because I'm gonna come back and visit them and help with the team and stuff like that.
Reporting for Jaguar News, I'm Florence Kivalu.
Welcome back. Leadership students from Breakaway are coming together to end the trend of underage drinking. Their first battle will not come easy. In collaboration with PBS Student Reporting Labs, reporter Christian Guzman and Amanda Salome brings you the story.
For years, Breakaway students have been concerned on the influence that dangerously near liquor stores have on students. Until now, they have taken action to make a change. Breakaway organizer Deborah Lindley tells us why.
I think the focus was on safety and the kind of clientele that the 2 liquor stores attract don't necessarily attract the kind of people that you want hanging out next door to a high school. So the focus was really about the liquor itself as opposed to making it a safer corner for students to be at after school or before school.
According to the Arizona Department of Liquor, a retailer's license shall not be issued for any premises that are 300 feet away of a public or private school building. While the corner liquor store is not 300 feet away of school campus, it is, however, 300 feet away of school buildings.
While the stores may not be breaking laws, it is still a major concern to the school board.
So we did the survey and we tried getting a lot of feedback, and we did get a really good feedback. A lot of students were saying that they didn't feel safe at all and that it was really a negative kind of feeling, a negative vibe. And so we took those surveys, we took those polls, we took it to the student board, and I believe right now they're still in the process of debating it. So just to know that we're getting somewhere and that we're kind of in the system already trying to come with a solution is kind of comforting.
Their first step to making it safer for students was to renew a bus stop away from the liquor stores.
We were able to get the city to build not really a new bus stop. There was a bus stop near the stadium gate, but it was a stick and a sign. But now they built a stop with a proper bench and proper shade. So it's a nice bus stop so students have an alternative. Rather than heading to the corner, they can head east to get on the bus there as opposed to dealing with all the people or sometimes the commotion that happens at the corner.
Removing the liquor stores in its entirety is not their priority, but simply removing the alcoholic beverages can give South Mountain a better name.
Breakaway's been really looking forward to being able to say that we're kind of not close to drug and alcoholic stores, but it's hard when the stores there provide us with snacks and things. There's kids here that need to get water after school for practice, track team, basketball team, football team. So we're just looking for kind of a gateway to just let it be a safer environment. And altogether, Breakaway is it's a great team on this campus that tries to build up students and build up the school. So when people think of South Mountain, they don't think, oh, South Mountain. They think, oh, South Mountain? That's a great school.
Although there haven't been any recent developments on the story,
we will continue to follow up on any upcoming changes. Reporting for the PBS Student Reporting Labs, I'm Christian Guzman.
Along with Amanda Salome.
It's nice to see people taking action to solve this problem.
I hope it can change the way people view our school. And now on to the gaming segment with Justin Crenshaw.
Welcome to this week's edition of Jag Gaming. I'm Justin Crenshaw, and today we're going to be bringing you 2 new games.
Lights in the sky. Fires. The endless cold.
The Long Dark is a first-person open-world survival simulation video game in development by a Canadian company called Hinterland. The game takes place in the frigid Canadian wilderness, where the player assumes the role of a crash-landed pilot struggling to survive after a global disaster. The objective is for the player to survive as long as possible by scavenging and utilizing whatever resources they may find within the world. Wildlife is also presented, such as deers can be hunted for food, and wolves and bears, which are a constant threat to the player as they venture outside for resources. This game is available for the PC and Xbox One and is rated T for Teen. The Tomorrow Children is an open-world sandbox adventure video game developed by Q Games and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. This game takes place in an alternate timeline that diverged from our own reality during the Cold War. A void destroys the rest of mankind and organic life across the planet and is under control by a monster named Isverg. As a projection clone, your job is to visit various towns across the void and help restore and upgrade them. This game is exclusively for the PS4 and is rated T for Teen.
I really want to play the Tomorrow Children.
I don't usually play video games, but I would give these games a try.
We hope you enjoyed this week's show.
See you in 2 weeks for our final show of the year. Goodbye.